It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the 49ers and the Titans on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called... season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw, it's Lance. Short throw to Dissly. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Niner defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish a line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Titans punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Looking to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Inside handoff, Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. On the option, running left is Lance. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He's got him in. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 16 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Lawrence. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 22 carries, 80 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A toss left, Henry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or something.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game... And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 56 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Titans now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Lance. Able to hit his target, Claypool. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lance now on 1st down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
But this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Lance to throw it. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
Those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now Lance on the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Lawrence to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Wormley in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Lance. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he's got his big tight end here.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you love looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A 3rd field goal in the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Again, it's Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Now Lawrence to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that... And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this 1st. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. In motion right, Debo. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. Here's Lawrence. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Lance now on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Lance now on 1st down. He gets it to Burks again. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29.
To throw, it's Lance. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On play action, Lance. And this is incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. The Lance going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver, and that's...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Lance looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They'll run it again with Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Connects with Kittle underneath. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Titans' 49-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Lance. They set up the screen for Henry. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Lance looks to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one caught by Kittle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Kittle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Hard throw, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here we go with McCaffrey. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Tennessee.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. 71 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
First down, Tennessee.
Throwing on first down is Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lance. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Lance. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2nd and 6 coming up. Lance going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Lance looking to throw it. This will go to Henry out wide.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Now Lance again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Lance, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Lance. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for San Francisco, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the veteran Jonnu Smith. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Broncos and the Cards, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
And off we go from Denver. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. And incomplete to open things up. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Garoppolo. Short throw. He's got Kraft. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw. It's Garoppolo. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo. He finds his man, Pollard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Michael Mayer, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo now. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good sign.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And see, when you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Williams shoves him away. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Michael Mayer, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their time.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Rodgers. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now a dump off here complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Option play. Here's Pollard. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Mayer from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Broncos at 11-5 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rodgers' throw there taken in by Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now it's Rodgers. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
A give to Williams, running right. He still finds it, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Cardinals are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. A short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On play action, it's Rodgers. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Dang. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He finds his man complete. It's Dang. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. On the slant, Burks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Garoppolo on first down. To the left side, there's Mayer. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
Garoppolo now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Swinging this out for Pollard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's dumped off to Pollard. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Here's Jake Bailey now. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. The Dolphins trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Pollard going to try the right side. Powering forward and just shutting him off there. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he works free. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Now Garoppolo. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He finds his man, Pollard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, Garoppolo. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. Pollard again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he returns this to the 22. And Denver getting set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. On first down, Rodgers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Goes right back to Smith again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He gets it to Thomas. And he will have the Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Rodgers to throw once more. Short throw to Smith. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From midfield, here's Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's Rodgers. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Michael Thomas. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Cooks on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He completes it to Boyd. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now Rodgers going to run the draw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw is Rodgers. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Justin Jefferson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Turnover on down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
25-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Malik Harrison. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Third and less than a yard.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On play action, Rodgers. Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 30-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Arizona.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Garoppolo again. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Garoppolo. Pass taken in by Mayer. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is caught. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Broncos, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen, as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.
It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Colts and the Bengals on EA.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading them out in his 8th season, guy who started for a few teams across the league, Jacoby Brissett.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Boy, excellent coverage there. Last week he had the interception, one reason why he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
So no jokes about not having hands, right? Because he got the pick last week. This week, he's knocked down a ball in this game so far. Let's see if he can get an interception as this one continues.
This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They go play action with Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On play action, Brissett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
He was defended by Martin Emerson.
Jackson now. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And take it right on the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Brissett. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Play action now. Brissett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Dean Jackson there on the coverage.
Throwing. Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down on is Logan Cook to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Brissett now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 13-yard line.
Brissett sets to throw it. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Brissett. And incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's still on his feet. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brissett. And he Can't escape, and down he goes. Mario Edwards Jr. able to record his 5th sack of the season.
17 at the 47-yard line.
Now Brissett. Williams brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Kamara up the middle. Oh, good move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Another Bengals first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 1 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Brissett. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals 36-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, pounded up the middle with Kamara. Nifty move. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Brissett. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
13 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts first down.
Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A swing pass here to Edwards. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one left side caught by Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Broken tackle. And he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. There he goes, right side. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to...
And now off to the races down the right side. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamison Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A first down throw for Brissett. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Colts.
Jackson now. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain of 5. First down, Indianapolis.
Again, Jackson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Jackson over the middle, he gets it to Collins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Colts.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
David Montgomery with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down. 1st and 10.
Throwing, Brissett. Finding Williams once more, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
another Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
Now Brissett.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
17 more yards. That's another Bengals first down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Brissett now on 2nd down.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Kindly Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Running left, Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Brissett on 1st down. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll throw again. Brissett. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Brissett sets to throw it. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7. And Robinson, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 3-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And the Colts coming out now.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Montgomery running right and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They try again with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably